Well, folks, URC round number 16 and the Sharks season is done. They had a pretty slim kind of mathematical hope of making the playoffs if they'd managed to get a win over Edinburgh. But no, Edinburgh's now two-match, if I'm not mistaken. Winning run starts, goes on. They beat Edinburgh last minute. Edinburgh. They beat Zebra last minute last week. And now they've beaten the Sharks. A bit of a comeback win. Both sides are out of the playoffs now, but you're on a winning run, Edinburgh, and you've got a loyal home fan base who got behind the lads. We'll go through some of the key events and stats, and you guys can let us know your thoughts. But yeah, disappointing season for the Sharks ultimately, isn't it? With the squad they've got. And Edinburgh, I think, disappointing season as well, to be fair. But hey, as I said, you got to win. Dominant Sharks scrum for much of the game. Neither side's line-out was firing particularly well, particularly the Edinburgh one, to be fair. And Edinburgh won lots of turnovers. They did concede the first try, Edinburgh. Edville van der Merwe, he was busting lots of tackles in this game. He got the first one, and it was all the Sharks. Big scrum, Edinburgh offside. Sharks go with the quick tap. Nice wide passing. Edville with the try and converted. So 7 points to 0 to the Sharks. Edinburgh with the perfect reply, though. Some defensive sets and then turning defense into attack were basically first entry into the Sharks 22. Ewan Ashman, I didn't see if he got man of the match because I've only just finished the game and turned it off. But I'm assuming he did because he was absolutely bloody everywhere. Ewan Ashman making tackles, making carries, scoring tries. Apart from the line out, things were going pretty good in his department, so 7 points apiece. But the tit for tat continued. The Sharks scrum again, winning penalties. Sharks scrum allows them to set up a maul. The maul goes over. The scoring says Chituka got it, Manu Chituka, although the commentator said that it was Buthelezi. Somebody scored from that Sharks maul, and it was 14 points to 7. Jaden Hendricks got under a Edinburgh maul of their own to kind of hold up the Edinburgh guys to stop the tit for tat from a Sharks point of view, but he got injured not long later. He had to go off on a stretcher, so hopefully he's all right. But if he's not all right, then at least for the Sharks' perspective, they have the off-season to get him back fit again, because there's only 2 rounds to go, and as I said, now they're out of the playoffs anyway. But Edinburgh did score the next try anyway to even things up. The backs had gone close earlier and missed out when I think it was Siaya got the intercept, which I think he kind of tried to mark. But anyway, he's a youngster and he's still learning his trade, but he looked all right. Old Siaya at fullback for the Sharks. But yeah, not long later, Gilchrist, of all people, the big lumbering lock, he has a dummy, a line break, and this hits up Glenn Young for a cracking finish for Edinburgh. 14 points apiece. It's absolutely game on. It's anyone's game, but the Sharks are the guys who need to win it. Few handling errors to start the second half. It's a bit scrappy. The Sharks bring their Bok props on and Vincent Koch and Oxenche. And Vincent Koch gets a close range try. Cracking stuff from the Sharks forwards to go over and, just squeeze the Edinburgh forwards, really, put them back in front. And it kind of started from Edinburgh early on. Again, with the errors from both sides, really, but the Edinburgh kicking it dead didn't help their territorial case. So 21 points to 14. The Sharks are in front. But then the Edinburgh guys go bang, bang, bang. And again, it starts from an error because the Sharks just don't catch like the the restart clean and get a nice exit. No. They put themselves under all kinds of pressure. I think it was Ashman involved in the chase of the kind of quick restart from Edinburgh to catch the Sharks guys a little bit unawares. It cost them as well because not long later, great hands from the Edinburgh guys sends Tupulotu out left. Missed conversion, but 19 points to 21. It's a quick fire double when another Sharks, again, you can call it an error. You can call it great defensive pressure. Who is it? Bloody Ewan Ashman. How many notes have I got about this fella? He charges down the Sharks box kick, regathers it, pops it to Hector Patterson, who I've not really seen much of, but he looked all right, the young halfback. And he's got the gas to go away for a try. Opportunist one, but man, you turn that defensive pressure into points. 26-21, and then the third in a row, Darcy Graham with the great footballing skills with the grubber, and then he's got the support line of his own. Edinburgh's 33-21 up. Surely it's game over. Vincent Chituka does get a consolation one from the Sharks, but it is too little, too late. Sharks season is done, and Edinburgh give a nice little, feel-good win for their fans as the season comes to a close for them as well. A lot of the stats are pretty even. The lineouts, as I said, neither is great. 69% Edinburgh, 86% Sharks. Neither of that's very fantastic. Penalties conceded is 10 apiece. Line breaks is 8-6 to Edinburgh, but turnovers one is 7-3. That's your likes of Ashman and Douglas. doing really well in that department. Ashman made also 15 tackles. Curry had 15 tackles, defensive shift for Edinburgh. Edel van der Merwe beat 15 defenders, which is absolutely cracking. And Siaya beat 6 at fullback. So, yeah, see how he goes in the future. But, yeah, Shark season is done. Edinburgh feel good win. Both sides like missing touch and whatnot. I don't think either of these sides is making an impact on the playoffs. Had they made it, we don't have to worry about that because they don't anyway. You guys let us know your thoughts on the game. Take care, and yeah, I'll talk to you guys again soon. See you later.